Acura has debuted the Integra prototype. Welcome back to the channel. If you're an Integra fan, you are definitely excited for this. Acura has finally debuted the prototype for the upcoming Integra model. Now the Integra is going to replace the Acura ILX, which is their current compact car, for the legendary and more sporty Integra. Now this Integra, although if you look at the front, is very much like the ILX. I feel like it has a lot of the same design cues. It looks very similar, but there are slight variances. One of which you might notice is the grille, which is no longer framed. It's just the diamond plate grille that goes right into the body, which I think is a definite upgrade. It looks a lot more sporty. I also heard that Acura may be doing this to other future models as well. I kind of hope they do. I like this look. And there is that new redesigned lower grille, which kind of hooks up a little bit on the ends. It does have LED fog lights in those grilles, new designed LED headlights. Overall, this front end may look a lot like the ILX, but it does have other styling cues that are a little bit different if you're savvy enough to pick them up. Now, underneath the driver's side headlight is the word Integra stamped right in the bumper, much like the previous generation Integras were, bringing back homage in that aspect. It's also stamped in the rear of the car, which has a gorgeous design in my opinion. This stamp is under the passenger tail light. And if you step back and get an overall look at the rear end of the car, it does kind of remind me a lot of a Genesis Coupe, which is not a bad thing because I think the Coupe is a gorgeous looking car. And this just really reminds me of that, especially with the slanted sloped hatchback feel to it. It is a 5-door hatch. It is not a trunk. So I guess in that way they're trying to bring the sport of the car back a little bit more, and I do like the design. I think it's great, and I know some of you are a little on edge on the fact that it's a 4-door. There's no word on whether it will be a 2-door model, and if it's not, you know, that's okay. I think this is still a really good looking car. Now, another styling cue that has probably stood out like a sore thumb to you, and you've already noticed it, is the tailpipes. The tailpipes are nice and big and stylish, and they are even painted the same yellow color as the car. Now that's interesting because Acura said that's exactly how the production model is going to be. They are going to paint the inside of the tailpipes. Now this particular yellow color doesn't have a name that Acura has told us yet, but it is supposed to pay homage to the Acura Integra Type R of old. I think it looks really good on this car. Definitely stands out a little more sporty and a little more loud than your typical black or gray or red that you would see on other Integras. But I would like to see this in that bright blue that Acura offers. Now the large Integra decal on the side of the car is probably not going to be there on the production model. That's just because it is a prototype and you need to identify it in some way, which is fine by me because honestly I'm not a big fan of that decal. But overall I think it's a good looking car. The wheels are a 19-inch wheel with a 235 tire on it. The Acura said it's going to get a lot of the performance and mechanics from the Honda Civic SI. We also know that it's going to have the 1.5 liter turbo engine, which is in the SI currently. Horsepower and torque numbers were not specified, but if that is the case, then we know it's going to have at least 200 horsepower and 190 pound-feet of torque. But again, that could very much change. So it does come with a 6-speed manual transmission standard. It will offer an automatic from what I've heard, but more details are going to come out later down the road. But let me know what your initial thoughts are on the Acura Integra. Is this something you're looking to buy? They said starting price could be about $30,000. I think, honestly, it's a nice homage to the original. Since they are basing a lot of it on the Civic SI, I think this is going to be a really good competitor. I think it's going to be a good seller. Honestly, from what I've seen so far, I would probably buy it myself. But let's find out some more details first before we jump the gun. Let me know your initial thoughts. Do me a favor, drop a like on the video. Let YouTube know you're enjoying the content. Hit that subscribe button on your way out. I'm Kevin, and I'll catch you in the next upload.